Welcome to this episode of Guys, Guns, and Gears. I'm going to try and make this quick, but I wanted to make a real quick video on why in the world I am building this in a standard two-stall garage, particularly when I do have access to a larger shop with a lot more space. I could do this at my parents' house, at my work. I do not have a pole barn as of yet, but I do have access to a number of large shops that are actually fairly well equipped. So why would I be doing this in, let's face it, this is like 25 pounds in a 5-pound sack, not even 10. Stuff just jammed everywhere. So why would I do this? For one, I do have what I need. Here we have basically a full-size rig inside the shop. Yes, only inches from the door. But in the front, I've got plenty of room. Here you see I've got the cherry picker because I was messing with the suspension to lower it to full bump, checking clearances on some hoses I just put on the steering and whatnot. But I do have a welder, a bench vise. I actually even have a hydraulic crimper in here. Bandsaw. I don't have a torch set, but you see I've got some propane torches, so I at least can heat up steel enough to bend it. This welder is not just a welder. It'll run on 110, 220 MIG. It'll also do stick, and it's a plasma cutter. Not an advertisement necessarily for Everlast, but this cheap Chinese wonderful tool has been just a lot of fun to use in the shop. Not only does it weld as good as any other miller I've ever owned or used, truthfully, it's a great 215 amp machine. So I've got parts, pieces, hose clamps, bolts, electrical things, plenty of tools, power tools, a whopping giant whatever minuscule little air compressor that is, but it works and it runs the crimper. And if I occasionally need to use my air hammer or some other air tool, I can do that, air up tires. And I'll tell you, it was like 35 bucks with a Brad Nailer that my wife bought, I don't know how many years ago, and it won't die. But as you see, lots of stuff. I didn't do any cleaning. Sorry, folks, you're just not that important in my life. But they are. Here's a pile of shoes from my family. I have 6 kids, 5 at home. 1 is married, out of the house, score. 5 more to go. And then it's just me and the missus. This is why I am doing this build in my 2-stall garage in suburbia, because this door goes into the house. This door is putting me inches away from my family, which actually is more often than not out here in the shop with me, one of my 4 boys building this, working on a bike, swapping some Harbor Freight Predator engine onto whatever snowblower or lawnmower my son bought so he can flip it and make a few bucks, or reloading ammo or whatever in the world we're doing out here. By the way, my son got his first toolbox. I'm so excited for him. He's so excited. Bought a bunch of tools. And away we go. But it is time for me to go inside, because that is the beauty of building something in your garage. At any time you've had enough, and talking to you folks. Why am I doing this? Never mind. I'm going inside. See ya.